Welcome back. In this episode, I want to talk about one of the simplest, most easily accessible tools that we have available to us all day, every day, and that is working with our breath. Our breath is an amazing tool that can really help us connect with our body, with our spirit, raising our vibration. And one of the reasons this is so powerful is that we have, in brief, two aspects to our nervous system. The somatic nervous system, which controls all of our skeletal muscles. We can do these things. Everything we have to think about, we're controlling with the somatic nervous system. And there's also the autonomic nervous system, which is all the things we don't think about, like our heartbeat and our digestion and our endocrine system and things like that. The breath is really unique because it's the one part of the body that's controlled by both aspects of the nervous system. In the autonomic nervous system, there's powerful feedback loops depending on how our digestion is, how our heartbeat is, depending on what's going on with our body. It tells our brain to respond in certain ways, and then our brain tells our body to respond in certain ways. And we have this feedback loop going through our body and our mind. With the breath, we have this amazing ability to reach right into the middle of that feedback loop and take control of it. The whole idea of taking 10 deep breaths is actually a really powerful truth. It's a very useful tool. Just breathing correctly and breathing deeply really helps to reset the body. We can tell ourselves to calm down or to become energized if we'd like to, but usually we need to tell our bodies and our minds to calm down. In each breath, there's, of course, an inhalation and an exhalation. And the inhalation stimulates the body. It's awakening. It kind of tells the body to get ready to go, to get ready to put out energy. And every time we exhale, it sends a signal to the body to relax, to calm down, to settle. And it's a very interesting experiment to observe the ratio of the length of the inhalation to the exhalation at different times throughout the day and as you're feeling differently. When we're feeling down and our energy's heavy, we tend to sigh. We put all this extra energy into the exhalation, the relaxation, the kind of letting go. We want to kind of collapse, just And when we are out exercising or if we're taking a hike somewhere beautiful, we just keep drinking in the air because we're just so full of life and vitality and joy, and it just feels so good, and we just want to keep drawing energy in. And as with so many things in life, it's good. Sometimes we need more inhalation, sometimes we need more exhalation, but to come back to a place of balance and of stillness in the midst of life is a really important tool. And so it's a good practice to work with inhaling and exhaling with an even count. If you've ever watched a baby breathe, you'll notice that they breathe into their belly if they lay down. When they inhale, their abdomen comes out, and as they exhale, their abdomen comes in. And that's the proper way to breathe. And for many of us, at some point, we learned that we want to look a certain way, and so we start breathing into our chest, which is when we inhale, our chest comes out, and actually our abdomen comes in. And as we exhale, our chest collapses down and our abdomen comes out. And it's actually not the way we're built. It's not the way we're designed to work. So basically we have our chest cavity, our thoracic cavity, and our diaphragm sits right at the bottom like this. And as we inhale, the diaphragm pulls down like this. And so you can see if it's doing this, it should be pushing the abdomen out. It should be displacing all the organs down below it. And then as we exhale, as we release the diaphragm, the abdomen can come back in. That's the natural way to breathe. And for many people, I teach this in classes, and there's usually at least one person in each class that is doesn't believe me. And they're like, you're saying that wrong. My body does the opposite. And yes, it does, because you've trained it to. And I can't encourage you strongly enough to work with this, retrain your body. If there are times, if you're a model or whatever, and there are times when you need to not have your abdomen poking out when you inhale, that's fine. But don't make that your natural state of breathing. When you breathe into your abdomen, you're actually drawing air all the way down to the bottoms of your lungs. You're filling your lungs up completely, making better use of your lungs. You're getting more oxygen into your bloodstream, which helps all of your systems to work better. It's detoxifying for your body. Also, just the simple act of breathing into your belly. So try this. As you put a hand on your abdomen, and as you inhale, feel your abdomen come out, even if you have to push it out and it feels unnatural. Do it anyway. Inhale, feel the abdomen come out, and as you exhale, feel the abdomen relax back in, back towards the spine. And then we can also work on what we call the 3-part breath or yogic breathing. You can put your other hand on your side ribs, on either side, doesn't matter. And what will happen is you'll inhale down into the abdomen will come out, and then you'll notice the side ribs will come out slightly this way as your lungs continue to fill. And then as you exhale, the side ribs come in, and then the abdomen comes in. There's overlap in those, but it's happening in that order. And then finally, you can keep playing with that, and then also at the very top of your breath, you'll feel your chest will rise very slightly as you fill your lungs from the bottom. The abdomen comes out, the side ribs come out, and then finally the chest lifts very slightly. And then as you exhale, completely in reverse, the chest comes down, side ribs come in, abdomen comes in. And you'll notice you can do that without your shoulders going up and down. So let your shoulders roll back and down in the back, and then breathe deeply. Breathe as much air as you can into your lungs, starting with your abdomen. And if it's helpful, you can visualize the air actually flowing down into your abdomen like a balloon, filling your body up, like as if this whole area were your lungs. Even taking just one breath this way is a powerful tool. If you can take 12 or 20, or do this consciously for 10 minutes a day, it'll be very helpful for you. It will start to affect all of your internal systems for the better. Also, if you're out walking, which would be a great idea also, to walk or run regularly. But even if you're just out walking, do this breathing while you're walking too. This is also a really powerful tool while all the energy's moving in your body, to be consciously recharging yourself with oxygen, with fresh blood, with this fresh life force. And then you can also work on what we call an even count breathing and holding the breath. And so you can inhale for whatever count is comfortable for you, 6, 9, 12, inhaling for a count, then holding the breath for that same count, and then exhaling for the same count. So inhaling for 12, holding for 12, exhaling for 12, or whatever your count is. If you're running out of breath, make your count shorter or faster. But this is also really powerful because you're drawing energy in and then holding all that fresh energy and letting it being incorporated into your body. And then as you exhale, you're releasing all the carbon dioxide and other toxins that your lungs have been purifying from your bloodstream. With a lot of these practices, I'll recommend that you do them at least twice a day. It's just a phenomenon that happens, that if you do things generally in the morning and in the evening regularly, the power of the practice will build on itself. And if you do it just once a day, it's helpful, but you only get so far. But if you do it twice a day, it's like every day becomes more and more and more powerful. And that's true with breathing practices, it's true with affirmation, with meditation. Of course, if you can do it 3 or 4 or 5 times a day, so much the better. But twice a day is where it really starts to take off. The second breathing exercise that I'll mention right now is something that Yogananda brought. He said he discovered it in the ether, and it's what we call double breathing. And it's a short and a long inhalation through the nose, and a short and a long exhalation through the mouth, like this. And he said that this decarburizes the blood, which I think was a quaint way of saying it purges extra carbon dioxide from the blood. So like I mentioned earlier, every time we inhale, we send signals to the body to wake up, get ready. And when we exhale, we send signals to the body to relax. My understanding, my guess is, my sense of it, is that doing 2 inhalations and 2 exhalations gives an extra jolt, gives extra energy to each part of the wake up to energy and then calm it down, which could seem like, well, why would you create 2 opposing forces in yourself? But they really work together, actually, because we want to gather energy, awaken energy, and then calm it, center it. And so by giving that extra energy to both parts, it's like we've got extra energy and then we can calm it down an extra amount, so we're more energized but in a centered way, which is raising our vibration. As always, let me know if you have any questions. I'm sure we'll be talking about breathing a lot more in future videos, but that's a great way to get started with raising your vibration. So thanks for watching. Until next time, may you raise your vibrations closer to ultimate truth and joy and love every day.